All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of the Chits podcast. The only podcast where we're really divided between Final Fantasy VIII because it's the only way for us to get a GF. I'm yours truly here, aka Jeff. Who are you guys?
Uh,
Speak for yourself, my dude.
This is the only time me and Bomber will agree that Final Fantasy VIII is bad is when you fucking make that god awful joke. It's Isekai who wish he didn't come back from another world.
it's your boy Steamboat Taco, who's recovering from alcohol.
Sorry about that.
And I'm Knuckle Bomber, still dealing with Hero.
Knuckle.
Kunkles.
All right.
Knuckle Bomber.
Sorry for
Knuckle.
that delay in the podcast, everybody. Me, Steamboat, and Knuckle Bomber got caught up in Monster Hunter Rise. That came out last week as of this podcast, as of this recording. And that kind of took us our whole weekend and whatnot. So before we get into it, because I'm pretty sure that you're going to hear from me, Taco, and Knuckle Bomber that our weeks have been mostly Monster Hunter and stuff. Kyle, I'll let you go take this one.
Cool, thank you. So I didn't do a whole much over the past gap in time. I did finish Queen's Gambit. It was really good. Really liked it. Strong finale. Kind of wish that they had portrayed substance abuse a little bit more accurately, but they portrayed it in the standard media way. So whatever, it is what it is. Still recommend it. Check it out. It's real short. I think it's only like 5 or 6 or 7 episodes, somewhere around there. Less than 10, that's for sure. I have been recording a talk through with Knuckle Bomber that we may or may not see on the channel, depending on the progress of the thumbnail.
It should be done by tomorrow.
Fantastico. So you can look forward to that next week. I've been watching a lot of Wooly versus play Batman, so that got me in the mood for wanting to play Batman. So I've been playing a solid chunk of Arkham Asylum. It's a game that was made in 2009, but still fairly enjoyable. It's definitely kind of hard to go back to when you know Arkham City exists, which just did Arkham Asylum, but better and bigger. So, but still a really enjoyable game. I also watched the 4-hour Snyder cut of Justice League, and it is a better movie. However, I think that when given the choice between watching a movie that was handed off to a director that was originally directed by somebody else and then mandated by a studio to be moved over to a different director and then have a whole bunch of cuts made to it versus a movie made by the director who got to make it in their vision, I think option B is always going to trounce option A. So don't have anything like negative to say about that. Well, there are some questionable scenes that were added and some questionable things that were cut. Like questionable decisions Joss Whedon made because he's a questionable person. But as far as the movie itself goes, Justice League is still kind of bad. I feel like Zack Snyder took it really personally when a lot of people on the internet decided to bombard him with the fact that Batman mostly doesn't kill people. So he decided to make sure that all of the Justice League got to murder somebody, especially Wonder Woman. Oh boy. The ending to the film, like the actual film, not the really bad end credit stingers that we get, but like the actual finale with Steppenwolf, has a scene that was so good that it almost makes it worth sitting through a 4-hour Zack Snyder film. but it is still a 4-hour Zack Snyder film. And Zack Snyder, as much of a guy who genuinely gives a shit about his craft, is still really bad at it. That's about it.
All right. Cool. I do really want to get a chance to try that, to watch the Snyder Cut, but 4 hours just seems like... Yeesh.
That's half a
Seems a little
sleep.
Yeah.
That's half asleep.
That's half a
You
whole
can-
sleep.
You can definitely split this into 2 sittings, do like a 2-hour watch, and then finish it up at another period of time. There is like a good splitting point, like almost exactly the 2-hour mark, so you can definitely do that. It's an absolutely valid way to watch the film.
Do you get like a lunch break while watching the film, dude?
There's not like an intermission, but like considering it was never gonna be shown in theaters, I don't think they planned for it. But like,
Pardon.
yeah, you can just chop that shit in 2. Watch Justice League Part 1 be really, really bad, and Justice League Part 2 actually be fairly solid.
Nice.
All right, Knuckle Bomber, how's your week been?
My week has been all right. Did some recording with Issei Kyle there, doing some Legend of Dragoon. It's mostly been like Monster Hunter, and One Piece.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, dude.
Uh-oh. All right, right on. Steamboat?
And
sorry.
then driving you guys home from sushi. That's about it. Oh, and watching a whole bunch of house porn on YouTube with Issa Kyle. What I mean by that is like watching people like tour these crazy big mansions that are just stupid expensive for no reason. You'd be like, oh, dude, that's super sick. I wish I had something like that. Oh, no, you fucked up there. You didn't make that room cool enough. Oh, look, you have all this money. You can't make that room that much cooler. Nah, fuck you. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, Steamboat.
Yeah. So a few things. So Monster Hunter, obviously. Did that. We also recorded Monster Hunter. So there's a lot of editing that I've not got a chance to get to, but I will.
Because of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's a predicament. I want to blame on Monster Hunter, but I also need to edit Monster Hunter. I only have time for one or the other. Then also started watching Invincible. That started coming out. Was really digging that. It's pretty different from the comic book. A lot of reviews out there saying it's a disservice to the book, but I don't know. It feels pretty on brand for me. It doesn't feel like it's. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's not the book. So whatever. I'm liking it. And then also Falcon and Winter Soldier started during our extended break. So really digging that. Suck it, white America. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I also have a kind of a smaller podcast that we recorded that I also need to edit and get up, and that one shouldn't be too bad. I just need to stop playing Monster Hunter for 10 minutes.
That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's it.
All right, right on. For me, other than Monhun, I finally did that Mega Man Battle Network quote unquote retrospective. That took a big chunk of my time and stuff. And while it's my first time doing something like that. I'm still kind of proud of it. Like, just if I ever want to like take that step forward to doing more things like that, for other games, that I'm very well, that have a very big place in my heart. Um, but because I'm done with that now, I get back to my regularly hero duties, which involves like drawing more PK. I know that's been in the back burner for those. If you guys have been reading it on Webtoons, I haven't uploaded any more pages yet because I want to catch up to a point where I could actually start sending like uploading more pages, so I could kind of have a nice little comfort zone. I also am obviously like what Isakal brought up. I'm doing the thumbnail for their Legend of Dragoon talk through, which I believe should be out by this week, depending on how fast I'm able to get it done tomorrow. And other than Monster Hunter, this week was a week of I'd say a week of heroes and stuff like that. I started watching Invincible. I got caught up with it. That first episode really took me for a ride. Because
Banana nanny, banana nanny.
I know like Invincible is a comic, but like and I know it'd be graphic, but like the first episode of what happens, that shook me. I stopped watching TV for a bit. I went upstairs and I started reading My Hero Academia. I've now caught up with all of My Hero. Then, holy shit, a lot of stuff happens, and
That's why reading the manga is better.
yeah, reading the manga is better, but I don't know, something about animation always like I'm always all about, like there's things that the anime can't capture when it comes to a manga, but sometimes just seeing things just like beautifully like just drawn like in epic sequences and whatnot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just it's just a big plus in my book. So which also like aside news, everybody's talking about this could be like My Hero's probably going on like to its final act or whatever because of what's going on in it. And holy shit.
Also the fact that the second to last chapter as of our recording literally says the final act begins.
Yeah.
So,
which is cool because if My Hero has no time skip in the manga, then I'm all for that.
I mean, it did time skip like a few months.
Yeah, but that's compared to like with Naruto and One Piece with like a couple of years. It's really nothing.
I mean, it's still a time skip though. Like
it's still but it's not a grand time skip.
I get what Hiro is saying. You're kind of splitting hairs there.
I feel like I'm not, but I am also still recovering from alcohol.
Like where do we draw the line on a time skip? Like if a few hours pass, is that a time skip?
I feel like if it's gone to the point where you can see where it shows differences in characters, like characters grow older and whatnot, then I call that a time skip, like how they do with like Naruto or Dragon Ball, and One Piece and stuff.
So like a year,
a year. Or
every
more than
panel
that,
is a time skip because in every panel they're older.
Every day is a time skip, and we can't reread those pages. But yeah, like I caught up with all My Hero and stuff. I was pretty exciting. Watched Invincible and let's see what else. Oh, and I watched the first episode of Dyna Zenon today, and I'm excited to see where that goes because I like Gridman. Yeah. All right. That's it for my week. So for the podcast today, guys, we're gonna be skipping the topic. We're just because we have a spoiler cast, and I feel like this is probably something we should probably be doing in regards to Spoilercast and stuff like that. Like if a movie comes out that we want to talk about and whatnot. So we'll be skipping topic and we'll just be going on to the news. All right. So Kai, if you don't mind.
Yes.
The first topic?
I am the newsmaster. So
Newsmaster Kai.
do we want? I'm gonna leave the Sony shakedown for the end.
Okay.
Just because that's the bulk of our news.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about ancient beings emerging from the ocean of time. Speaking of time skips, yo, when's the last time you guys heard of Melty Blood? Cause it's coming back, baby.
Shit, never.
Yeah, it's coming out of the basement.
It's coming out of the bathroom, my dude.
It's coming out of the bathroom. Right. Got that.
It's coming out of the bathroom and into y'all's living rooms.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, like one of the things I heard about this new Melty Blood is that it's actually getting rollback.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's getting rolled black.
roll black.
It's getting roll black.
It's getting roll black.
That's right.
Shit. Is that what white people do when they say they have a little bit of African American in them? Like, oh, I'm doing a roll black. Or is that a run black? Anyways, continue.
So it is currently in development for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. Disappointingly, not for PC. It is aiming for a worldwide release sometime here in 2021. It has confirmed that it will have rollback netcode. It's going to be heavily connected to the Tsukihime remake, which is what Melty Blood is based off of. Tsukihime being a visual novel that got released a bajillion. It's kind of, it got released forever ago. Had like a bunch of expansions and like alternate spin-off stories that fucked up its lore, much similar to the nightmare that is Fate. And so they've decided to reboot the whole thing. So there is a new visual novel coming out sometime this year as well, called Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, because fucking these visual novels are gonna have fucking crazy ass names. It's definitely taking after the style of French Bread's most recent fighting franchise, which would be Under Night and Birth. We got 4 characters confirmed, which are like the 4 mainstays. Purple Hat Girl Sion with Big Giant Gun has been confirmed not to be in it, because her role in the light novel has taken a massive step down. We'll see if she gets added through DLC or whatnot. It looks like they're aiming to have a massive roster of over 10 characters.
Over 10 characters.
Yes, so over 10 characters.
Super massive.
Super massive. And yeah, that's all the news we got. Trailer looks sick. Looks like we've got a lot of returning mechanics. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. I've been a big Melty Blood fan back when my friend Thomas emulated it on my PC. Back when that was the West's only option of playing this game. The most recent release is available on Steam. So if you want to get a head start and kind of see if this is up your alley, go ahead and grab that.
Right on. Like I don't think I've ever played a Melty Blood game. Tell you the truth.
You have, yeah, because there was the one night that we did Fighting Game Bonanza, and I pulled out.
Was that New Year's?
And I pulled out my PC and we played a little bit of it.
Yeah, and then we played.
It's when we found out that I'm really good at Power Stone.
And then
you guys all suck at it.
And then he got mad because we started playing a whole bunch of Killer Instinct, and we wouldn't get off Killer Instinct.
It's Killer Instinct. Oh my god. All right.
Killer Instinct is a game that I need to spend more time in the lab with before I
It's fantastic.
have a final opinion on. It seems really good.
Everyone
it's
should
just
play.
You mean find that one character that you can just repeat the bread and butter?
It's so hype.
It's just really hard to enjoy a fighting game when everyone around you is better at it than you are.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. On to the next news, my dudes.
And then the second
Yes?
second bit of news.
What did you call me?
Oh.
Did you call on me?
Yeah,
No, I
It's the
said
second bit of news.
yeah. There was just silence.
yeah.
Oh.
This one's on you, Steamboat. This is all up your alley.
What is it?
Anno.
Oh
The
shit!
Shin-
Yeah, okay,
The
yeah.
the Shin cinematic universe.
Yeah, the cinematic universe.
The cinematic. Damn it, you got me.
Okay, so with the release, with the real life, but I still don't believe it until I see it, release of Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, Once Upon a Time, Thrice Upon a Time, actually,
Thrice
Release-
upon an ollie.
No.
go fuck
No.
yourself. Actually releasing in glorious Nippon, Land of the Rising Sun, but not yet our amazing Western technologically advanced shores. Otto. Oh yeah, Otto. Sorry, Otto has been focusing. Oh, this is also prior to the release. He's been focusing on completing Shin Ultraman, which is set to release later this year. And then after that, it's been confirmed that he is working or will be working on a Shin Kamen Rider series to be released in March 2023 in glorious Nippon land, Japan. So yeah, Tokusatsu fanboy got to grow up and make Tokusatsu movies. So.
There, I sent you guys a link of like the other Shin Kamen Rider, Henshin. Now, I am a fan of Kamen Rider. I'm excited for this, and I like it was talking to Steamboat and Knuckle Bomber. I would really like to see Anno's take on Super Sentai, because if he could make Ultraman and Kamen Rider work as well, I'm pretty sure he can make Super Sentai. Like, just make it kind of like Ava. That's all you need to do for Super Sentai.
What's the difference between Kamen Rider and Sentai?
There's one Kamen Rider. There's 5 Sentai members.
Just put more of them on one screen.
Power Rangers and Big Bad Beetleborgs.
That looks like Kamen Rider.
Oh my god.
Right?
It just looks like Kamen Rider with 5 Kamen.
Although the main thing is between Kamen Rider and Sentai is more toyetic and more children friendly than Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider has more story.
Really, the props in Kamen Rider are fucking toys. I've seen episodes.
Yeah, duh. There's still a kids show.
All right. Let me break this down for you, Aldo. Okay, so Sentai is Shonen Jump for American children. Kamen Rider is WWE for children. Does that provide clarity?
No, it's visually it all looks the same to me. I mean, listen, man. I'm just excited for
This guy going like how.
I'm just excited.
What?
I'm just excited for Kamen Rider to be good.
Shots were fired.
You can't say that if you haven't watched a Kamen Rider.
I've seen enough series.
I said series.
I've seen enough.
Series.
That's like saying you can't judge a whole movie if you've only seen 10 minutes of it.
You need to watch one. You need to watch one Kamen Rider series, then come back to me.
No.
Right?
That's a big time investment.
If you have
no
like with movies, all right.
A 2-hour commitment.
I know, but movies also vary, you know.
Yeah, but that's
like
2 hours. You're asking me to dedicate like a whole weekend.
Not a whole weekend to watch Kamen Rider. You can watch one episode a day. You know.
That accumulates to a weekend, motherfucker. Anyways, I'm just
Look, dude.
just hoping.
We can do the thing we talked about in the past podcast. I'll watch Brotherhood if you watch a Kamen Rider.
No, because you should just watch Brotherhood.
Same. And you should just watch a Kamen Rider. Just watch one Kamen Rider.
I'm not watching Kamen Rider. I'm not watching a fucking advertisement for kids meal toys. While
Just
adults are
watch one,
running
that's all.
around in fucking their fucking Halloween costumes, being, oh no, I gotta jam my fucking plastic book into my fucking plastic belt so I can summon shitty CGI fire. Like, no.
Yeah, man. Aldo's a real adult who watches his shitty children running around in Halloween costumes to get in their big toy robots and fire off their shitty CGI missiles. It's totally different, Jeff, okay?
Exactly. Aldo likes it when they clap their hands and magic comes out of the hands instead. Get the fuck out of here with that Brotherhood.
Although you just gotta lose yourself to illusion.
No. No, motherfucker, we was watching Kamen Rider today. I saw a fucking middle-aged detective fucking dropout hanging out with a teenage girl at a fucking park. That's some sus shit.
Not a good look for Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider's about to become canceled.
Kamen Rider W, more like Kamen Rider. Whoa, this probably isn't legal. Anyways, that's enough jokingly shitting on Kamen Rider. Oh, that's exciting, man. If it wasn't good, I assume if it wasn't good, it probably wouldn't be lasting around so long. But then again, Zack Snyder has a career that's lasted 10 years, so who knows?
Yeah. Hey, if Anno likes it, then why not just give it a shot? All right. If Hideaki Anno likes something, although why not just give it a shot and watch a series?
They look at it this way. We all know that you're going to check it out anyway because it's by Hideki Anno.
Yeah, but
which means that at this point you have now fulfilled your obligation to Hiro of watching a Kamen Rider. So now it's inevitable he's going to have to watch Brotherhood.
I'm more than happy.
I'll watch the Brotherhood. I'll watch a Brotherhood movie.
Oh no, not the Brotherhood movie. At least watch Conquerors of Shambhala. That one's.
I watched Conquerors of Shambhala. That was a good one.
Did you just tell me you watched Kamen Riders of Shambhala?
No,
Yes,
I watched Kamen Riders.
Kamen Riders of Shambhala.
Yeah. And like I like freaking all those like I want to see the Kamen Rider that fucking the guy who did Magical Madoka wrote for. So like just watch fucking Gaimon.
Okay,
bro.
listen.
Just watch
You
the Fruit
keep
Ninja
saying
one.
I said I want to watch that. I never said I want to watch that. I said I've been told if I watch a Kamen Rider, that's the one I should watch. That's the one that's been recommended to me.
No, watch Build. Build's good.
I'm not.
Build's good.
I'm
Build's
not
good.
gonna watch.
Build is good. We didn't catch up on Forza, by the way, Marcus.
Yeah, I've just been waiting on you, dude.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, does that conclude Kamen Rider conversations?
Yes, I'll make Steamboat Taco watch a Kamen Rider series.
Listen, I'll watch a movie.
If I have to like Clockwork Orange him to it.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Hiro, have you watched Clockwork Orange?
No.
Yeah, I see Clockwork Orange.
Um,
I'm talking about the scene where he's. I'm talking. You know.
No,
what
we
scene
know,
I'm
but
talking about.
we're purposely taking what you said out of context, or we're picking the wrong context on purpose out of the thing you said.
Hey, if not, I will fuck you up with a dildo statue, with a dick statue. If you don't like Kamen Rider.
Do we get to go to the
I'm
milk
so
bar
glad.
afterwards? Do we
So
get to
what?
go to the milk bar afterwards?
Yeah.
I'm so glad that Space Jam 2 realized how problematic Pepe Le Pew was. So that way he's not in the scene blocking the Clockwork Orange people in it. Thanks. Good job, Warner Brothers. Good job.
Wait, was the Clockwork Orange people in the trailer?
They're in the background of a shot, so they're not like central characters or anything. They
Oh,
make it, they're an Easter egg appearance, but that's still really fucking weird. That's a weird Easter egg to make for a children's movie about 90s nostalgia.
Pretty fucking sus, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Moving
Positive
on
news.
to the Sony shakedown, the Sony shit sandwich. Lots of shits happened in the
Shit station.
Hey, you leave PlayStation out of this.
Apparently, it's Sony related, so I can't really.
Oh man, speaking of PlayStation, the PS3, Vita, and PSP stores are going to be shutting down July 2nd for the PS3 and PSP, and August 27th for the PlayStation Vita. It should be noted that you'll still be able to re-download games that you own, as well as the games that you did get through PlayStation Plus, as well as any kind of other medium content, and still redeem game and PS Plus vouchers even after those stores are closed. However, you won't be able to redeem PSN wallet vouchers on old systems. So I would recommend starting to grab replacement hard drives for your PS3s, getting your big old fat SD cards for your PSPs, and burying your Vita. Because
if you guys want to get Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 on PlayStation, do it now before it goes bye-bye forever.
Psh, already done.
Aren't those available on PS4?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
The Mega Man...
Yeah, Mega Man Legends.
Yep.
Oh, Mega Man Legends. Okay, yeah. Yes, definitely do that.
And Trombone.
Yeah, and Trombone.
Trombone.
And Mr. Legends Trombone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Along with your Yakuza Dead Souls, the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, Puppeteer.
Wait, can we even get Dead Souls? I thought that was a Japan exclusive.
I think it was a digital for here. Or it might be available in the import section of the PS3 store. They did have that.
Oh, did they? Weird.
Yeah.
Neat.
It's very limited. It's not expansive at all.
Also, you are right. I do see the Clockwork Orange dudes standing next to the Westworld cowboys, standing next to the ice people from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
And then behind them,
Fucking,
I see Chitara. So it's all good.
yep. You also want to grab those classic titles like Vagrant Story, Maximo, Ghosts to Glory, I guess.
Suikoden 2.
I hear that's a good game. Suikoden 2, fucking, yeah. Tokyo Jungle, because I think that's only available on PS3.
Hell yeah! Get Tokyo Jungle.
I believe you can still play it through the fucking PlayStation Now thing. I don't know if these games are going to be moving off of there or not. I'm going to assume that because they didn't include it in that announcement, it does mean that they're still going to be in there for PlayStation Now. But that means you don't get to own it anymore. Granted, with digital media, you don't really own anything. So, but yeah, that is a thing that's happening. For some slightly lighter news that isn't going to depress you, Evo is definitely not dying thanks to PlayStation.
I keep waiting for like a rebrand. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know how I feel about that.
Evo's still staying Evo?
Yeah, I thought at the bare minimum they would have gone like the lazy route and would have just called it Revo, like Revolution.
I think at this point, like, Evo is too iconic and it's too stuck in everyone's head that for anything to really take on.
I guess I was surprised that the Evo brand itself could survive like that controversy with that piece of shit.
I mean, Evo's had controversies before.
Yeah, but this is about the dude that runs it. So like
co-ran it.
Yeah, I felt like that was bigger.
I think it just goes to show that like one person can't ruin the legacy of a movement, I guess you could say. I think it's appropriate to call Evo a movement, the FGC a movement. But yeah, Sony has acquired Evo. This year they're not going to be holding an in-person event. It is going to be online, with fully online competition taking place on August 6th through the 8th, as well as 13th through the 15th. Entry is going to be absolutely free to players in North America, Europe, Asia, and some Latin America countries. They're gonna have Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Mortal Kombat 11, and Guilty Gear Strive. Fun, or sounds like you wanted to say something, Aldo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it just like 2 out of those 4 games have rollback?
Yes.
Did they ever confirm that Tekken 7 had rollback?
No.
Okay.
It's still something that they're dicking about with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's not good for an online only tournament.
Unfortunately, yeah. But fun fact, did you guys know that Mortal Kombat 11 is banned in Japan?
I've heard about Mortal Kombat being banned, but I didn't know it was banned in
Do you
Japan.
know why it's banned?
It's too violent.
I think it's violent.
Yeah, it's too violent. It's specifically, it is too violent against humans. Like, there's too much violence against humans. That's why Resident Evil games that do get censored only typically get censored on the violence against actual living humans, not against any of the shit that happens to, like, the zombies or the monster enemies or stuff like that. Yeah,
That's strange because like there's a lot of anime that have quite the display of viscera and whatnot.
It's usually like dismemberment where like the organs are falling out, because like a lot of anime either have like just like nondescript meat chunks, or it's just a whole bunch of blood.
Yeah. Some Sarasala shit.
Yeah. There have been a few animes that I've watched where that stuff does get censored. If you think about like most modern examples, it's usually like in Tokyo Ghoul, where like they'll invert the color of scenes when there's like a lot of viscera and stuff. Certain JoJo's,
they have it really dark.
Yeah, they'll darken the screen. Tokyo Ghoul has one really bad scene where there's somebody eating something on a plate, because part of being a ghoul is you have to consume humans.
Stuff.
Yeah, and so it just looks like there's a little girl, and there's like a blurred mosaic sensor, and because obviously I'm a Westerner, not a Japanese person, I only associate that mosaic blur with one thing. Yeah. So far, that's like the biggest thing that has happened, or like the biggest thing in the message to take away from. Both of the Evo co-founders, Tom and Tony Cannon, are going to remain closely involved in an advisory role to ensure that Evo services the fighting game community and supports its vibrant growth. There's some throwaway lines here about creating a safe and inclusive environment for players. Yeah.
I think the part that's pretty important to note as well is that the Cannon brothers, and I think even Sony, or I guess the official Evo FAQ or whatever, they have all mentioned that just because Sony is now the owner of Evo does not mean that they're going to stop including like non-Sony platforms.
Yeah, like Smash and whatnot. Yeah.
Like Smash and Killer Instinct, with that type of stuff.
I always forget, because that's always a given to me. Like, it's when something gets acquisitioned by a company, it always feels really easy for me to tell like what's going to be exclusive, what's not. So that was never a concern for me. But yeah, there was some hubbub about that online with people like freaking out that Evo is going to be PlayStation only, when that would have been really fucking bad for Evo's image if Sony had decided to do that.
Yeah, and I think part of the surprise was that I think it was Street Fighter 5 is they're competing on the PC version.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny, because it used to be, or at least it was meant to be, a Sony exclusive.
Console exclusive. It did launch on the PC, I think.
Did it? No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't pay that much attention to...
like,
I believe they launched at the same time.
Yeah, the exclusivity thing always gets confusing, because games will always market themselves as being exclusive, but then buried down somewhere in the fucking copyright trademark tags that like, oh yeah, this is coming to PC too.
Yeah, I mean, I also
guess-
just don't pay that much attention to Street Fighter. So
Yeah. But I wonder if that's going to be just a thing for this like EVO Online for this year, just because I think the PC version runs smoother online than
I think so.
the PlayStation version. But then they also have, I think Mortal Kombat 11 is probably going to be on consoles. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my only concern with doing that on PC is just you increase the amount of people of cheater ability.
Yeah. Of people trying to get in and cheat.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to have other people who are really vigilant, and are able to spot a lot of these things. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah. All right. With that, we get on to surprise, the worst Sony news. So a while ago, back in February, Sony did announce that they are going to be shrinking the workforce and production of their studio, of Sony Japan, their oldest and longest running in-house game developer. They said that would be happening on April 1st. And they said that a while ago. It's going to be recentered around Team Asobi, which is the creative team behind Astro's Playroom, which I've heard actually quite a lot of good things about. As far as kind of what Japan Studio has kind of worked on, though, they're the ones behind Ape Escape, Patapon, Knack, and Loco Roco. They also helped with the creation in games like Gravity Rush, The Last Guardian, and Demon Souls, the Demon Souls remake for PS5. So it's kind of... so that's kind of a bummer.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Continue.
Kind of hard when fucking Discord spamming me. Oh my fucking god. So yeah, a lot of these games were very much of the super duper unique thing, like really unique mechanics and whatnot. But I know a lot of people, a lot of those games are near and dear to most people's heart. They are also fundamental in developing like Gravity Rush and Last Guardian and Demon Souls, which are all games that I really enjoy. As a result, we have been seeing a few people walk out. Most notably is an art designer for Gravity Rush, who designed Cat and did a lot of the artwork behind that, as well as like the producer for a lot of their Japan Studio games, as well as one of the directors for the Demon Souls remake. They have effectively not renewed their contract and decided to check out other pastures in the game development industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shinsuke Saito.
Yeah. We got, let's see, as far as names go, we've got Gavin Moore for the guy that worked with Japan Studio on Demon Souls remake. And then we've got the guy that Shinsuke Saito, who was the art director, guy who designed Cat. And then Kentaro Motomura, who was a producer in some way, shape, or form for a lot of games like Bloodborne, Wild Arms, Dark Cloud. Wild Arms I haven't played, but I've heard good things about, and Dark Cloud and Bloodborne aren't games that are really close to my heart. Bloodborne is the whole reason that I was able to enjoy Souls games, so that really kind of sucks. It definitely seems that Sony's kind of moving in the direction of big AAA titles that are safe bets, instead of kind of these weirder games or more artistic games.
They're kind of turning into the Marvel of video game companies.
Yeah. Which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm sure every once in a while we'll get some sort of weird auteur title, or at least they'll help back one. But as far as like internally, I think it's all pretty safe bets from here on.
Yeah. They still got Insomniac though.
Mm-hmm.
They still got Santa Monica Studios.
And
God of War.
They got a pretty good rapport with Kojima Studios.
Kojima Studios. Good rapport with Naughty Dog. And they still have Studio Asobi. So we'll see what comes from here, but still kind of a bummer.
Do you think Studio Asobi works with Adobe?
No.
And do you think they have?
Go to your room.
Do you think they get some support?
No.
Beverage wise.
Asobi? No.
Asobi?
No.
Don't make me go
No.
over there. I will. You're the closest to.
Do I think after those puns that I'm gonna strangle you with a rope? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. With all of that out of the way, that's all of the news. Yeah, that's all the news.
That's all the news.
The whole news.
All the news. No more news. News is done from now on.
Don't need any more news.
As of this moment, there will be no more news.
News has been canceled.
Nothing new.
Damn.
There's no news.
It
The
is
news is
over.
there's no news. All right. Well, so like I mentioned beforehand in this podcast, we'll be doing a spoilercast. This time we'll be doing a spoilercast for King Kong vs. Godzilla. So if you have yet to see King Kong vs. Godzilla, podcast ends for you guys, and we'll see you next time. For those who have, well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another spoilercast. It's been a long time since we did this.
Have we done that before?
We did one for Star Wars.
Yeah, we did one for Star Wars.
Our last one was for Star Wars. Yep. So, yesterday, as of this recording, me and the whole Evil Squirrel crew essentially watched Godzilla vs. King Kong, or King Kong vs. Godzilla. Whoever you think has first billing, there you go. Initially, the movie was supposed to come out last year, but due to the pandemic, it was pushed back for this year. Right now, it's currently available in theaters and HBO Max here in the States. Those guys who live over the pond, it should be already out available for you guys.
Did you just say over the
But right now, yeah.
Okay.
You never heard that saying?
Just continue.
I'm the drunk one.
You've never really heard of that
Just
saying?
keep going. Just keep going.
It's a common phrase.
Keep going.
So
You've been hanging out with
right now,
You've been hanging out with bag milk too much. Just because there's not a pond between us and Canada. He's gonna come over here and kick my ass. I know he is.
Which one, Marcus?
Yeah.
Or Kyle?
I feel it. I feel the killing intent.
That's what we know, Marcus. All right. So, well, the overall movie was, what is expected of King Kong vs. Godzilla. There were, I guess I'll start with my own views of the movie. It was enjoyable, except for like I'm gonna complain about this, like I always do with every kaiju movie that came out in the West. Well, it came out that was made by the West. There's just too many damn humans.
Fuck Millie
like
Bob Brown.
I mean, isn't that what Jake's trying to do?
Ha ha!
Oh,
I was hoping
I'm
nobody
sorry,
was
Drake.
going to make it weird.
Dude, oh,
Dude,
how long?
welcome to the Evil Squirtle. Welcome to the Chits Chat podcast. We make everything weird.
Yep, that was my bad. I forgot where I was for a second.
Yeah. You thought
If I was going to say it, Aldo was.
you thought this was an intellectual podcast.
That was
Nope.
your first
No,
mistake.
I knew that. I knew that was not.
Just because we have
involved.
glasses does not make us smart, Kyle.
I know. I've heard Jeff talk.
So what else, Joe?
Keep going, Jess.
Yeah, keep going.
Overall, it was nice little. It was nice little fights between KK and GK.
GK?
GK?
GK.
GK?
GK.
Godkilla?
GK. God King. Godzilla King.
Godzilla Kong?
Godzilla King.
God Kong?
I'm tearing down my fucking conspiracy theory of Ghidorah being in it. Like I felt, like I said, I knew Ghidorah was gonna be in it. Like not a homage, but I knew he was gonna be involved in it.
I mean, that was the post-credit. Anyways.
What?
No.
Like I know it was it was post credit. Was it post credit was it post credit scene
Yes.
where they
Yeah.
Yeah.
where they just like, hey, we have this brain and stuff.
Yep.
King
Yeah.
Ghidorah.
Yeah. Congratulations. You're the guy that watched Marvels of the Avengers and was like, oh man, I bet Thanos is going to be in a future movie. Good job. Good job, Jeff. You called it.
Yeah, but right now right now. Did anybody talk about Mechagodzilla? That's not us.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I thought Mechagodzilla was going to be in it when the trailer dropped. The internet did what the internet does and analyzed it at 1 frame a minute. And somebody pointed out, there are some suspiciously shaped clouds that look like Mechagodzilla. He could be in this. And I was like, oh, cool.
Okay, so it wasn't suspicious shaped clouds, but it was the top of his head did appear in like 2 frames. And so
okay.
people were like, "Wow, that's an awfully metal head."
Yeah.
I want a Ninja Turtles movie that's good,
Watch the
No.
old ones.
like a new one. I said good, Jeff.
Zack
Watch the
Snyder's
old ones.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There you
Watch the
go.
old ones. Watch the first one.
I stand by what I said.
Watch the first one. Like,
Anyway, we're doing a spoiler cast for fucking God Kong versus Kingzilla.
I'm done with mine.
God
Freaking.
Kong versus
All right.
Zilla Kong.
I don't like getting shit on by you guys.
Okay,
Constantly.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Listen, I'm not
No, you're
shitting
not.
on you.
No, you're not.
I'm shitting on
You are
Teenage
not
Mutant
sorry,
Ninja
sir.
Turtles.
I'm talking about
Why
I'm
did
talking
you
about
even fucking bring that up, Steamboat?
Because I don't know, dude. Because I said Metalhead. Metalhead is a character in the TMNT universe.
Shut up,
He
nerd.
is.
Read a fucking book.
He is. God damn it.
All right. Okay, so
Look,
okay.
my thing was.
I understand you like
Sorry.
getting shit on. But this is. So I'm not gonna shit on you further than I already have in the past 4 months we've lived together. But
Shitting is canceled.
I just I don't feel like the Ghidorah thing was that big of a surprise.
Yeah, but a lot of people like if you didn't watch the old Godzilla movies, you wouldn't fucking know.
Well, no, I'm saying it's
If
not
you
that.
watched Godzilla King of Monsters, you would have known.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like so that they had that post-credit scene, where they have like one of the skulls, and they're just like, "This is gonna do a thing." So like, I don't think it was because they also didn't play it off like a twist or a surprise, which actually did feel a little weird because I feel like if you're that's kind of like I don't know, quote unquote, like the magic of making like a fucking cinematic universe. Is that like when you pull in references, you can be like, "Whoa, bet you didn't think this was gonna play in the thing again." But like I don't know, they didn't really call out that it was the Ghidorah thing. They just kind of played it off as fact, which is kind of like, I get it, but at the same time, like that would have been fucking cool. If they would have been like, just I don't know, just haha, just a little bit of flourish on that reveal would have been neat. Unless there was, and I just didn't pay attention. But I feel like there was no fanfare to like Ghidorah kind of being used as. Okay, and they also did not. Okay, that's such a fucking cool concept to use the skull as like as an kind of like an entry plug LCL bullshit thing to like control the Mecha Godzilla, and like nobody fucking reacted to that like in any fucking way that deserves. Like nobody was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Or nobody was like, "Yeah, you want to check out how fucking evil we are? We're using a fucking decapitated skull as a cockpit. That's pretty fucking metal, isn't it?" Like there was no fanfare to that. There was no fucking like nothing. That kind of bugged me a little bit. Anyways. Anyways, Jeff, I'm happy you were right about Ghidorah.
Look, I did not know anything about Mecha Godzilla. My general assumption was, all right, cool. So they're gonna be at some point. There's gonna be a Mecha King Ghidorah at some point.
Yeah, and I will take pride that you were wrong with that.
I did not know there was gonna be. I did not know there was gonna be a Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, I live on that part of the internet that likes to overanalyze everything and also not analyze stuff enough. So I kind of already knew there was gonna be a Mecha Godzilla. So like that itself wasn't like a surprise to me. I thought that what they were gonna do was that it was gonna be like based off of like a cloned Ghidorah, that they just
like if they...
I thought they were gonna Ava that fucking bitch. All right, I thought they were gonna clone Ghidorah and then they were just gonna put a metal fucking suit on it and then pilot it. Like that's what I thought was gonna happen. And that is not what happened. What happened was actually kind of cooler, but so we didn't get Mecha King Ghidorah, but we did get Mecha Godzilla. I don't know what the point of that was.
I think it was just one of those things. Mecha Godzilla is kind of like the thing where like, hey, both of them are not bad guys. Godzilla had his reasonings to attack and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And King Kong just happened to be in the way.
Yeah, I kind of feel
think that's what it really is. Like,
yeah.
Kong.
Do you feel bad because you're going for Kong?
No, like you just.
I mean,
just,
no. Okay.
No.
Okay. So title match aside, King Kong probably gets the fucking shit end of the stick, right? Because no. Okay, so he grows up believing he's the last of his kind, on an island by himself. And then they fucking... I mean, they don't take him away from his home, but they fucking Truman... The Truman Show is fucking home. So then after that, you know, they keep him in captivity. He knows he's in captivity. And then, like, after that, they're like, all right, buddy, you want to go fight a giant radioactive lizard? And he's like, not really. So, hey, what do? They put him on a fucking boat in chains. And then he has to fight a radioactive lizard. And then they take him to the fucking Arctic. Gorillas are not meant for the cold. And then they're like, all right, buddy, go down this hole that nobody knows what's down here. Come on, buddy, let's go. Like, they just fucking push him around. He's like, I just want to fucking chill out, bruh.
Well, I think the main... other than, you know, Apex's main intention, they just kind of wanted to take him out back to the Hollow Earth, where he could be, you know, King Konging around with his King Kong dong out. Wait, who was the one that said that? Why are we not seeing that? Why are we not seeing any King Kong peen?
King Kong dong.
Why do I see his King Dong just flopping in the wind or whatever?
Probably because it's still a PG-13 movie. Yeah.
Just whip out your King Schlong, bro. See what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Okay. You're in charge.
Me? You go.
No, I was gonna try and segue and then realized I had nothing to segue to.
Overall, Marcus, Knucklebarm, do you have anything to say about the movie?
So-
or whatnot?
Since I didn't really watch any I only watched like the initial trailer of the movie. I wanted to go into that blind without having anything spoiled or ruined for me. So I did enjoy the movie as a whole. The monster fights were great. Seeing King Kong just like, go ape shit on his ass was pretty great. But yeah, I'm in agreement. They did do Kong dirty like that. Just kind of pushed him around throughout the entire movie. Didn't let him do his thing. The cool, like when they showed off the cool skull, right? You said it was Ghidorah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how he was piloting Mechagodzilla, that was fucking sick. I liked how they did that. And then every single time, like, you would see Mechagodzilla move, and then like his like the metal on his spine would just start shifting with him, and like how like all of the mechanical pieces of him just started moving in unison, just was so satisfying. Just hearing the
Like
and
the
then
actual metal mechanisms of how Mechagodzilla moves were actually pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, and then like even his beam, I thought that was sick. So yeah, Kong with an axe totally had it though. Kong with an axe totally won. Totally won.
Yeah, but in the end, he couldn't cut it.
What was it that you were saying yesterday? You're like, oh yeah, oh. That's not fair. His cheat stick. They were like, "What are you talking about? He's fighting a motherfucker whose his entire body is a gun." So how is that cheating?
No, are you referring to Mechagodzilla or
No, I'm
Godzilla?
talking about Godzilla. Godzilla's a fucking
man.
gun.
Because Kong with that axe was just like fucking the shit out of Godzilla. And we were like, yeah, getting all hyped for it and everything. And then he loses an axe, and then that's, Godzilla just happens. Godzilla, dude.
Godzilla.
So I want to point out he did not lose his axe. He dropped it because he was done. He had won.
Right.
Did he fuck the
won.
shit out of Godzilla?
He popped off after round 2, thinking that was the end of the match.
It was the Evo moment.
And then he realized, oh fuck, no wait, there's still round 3.
Yep.
What did you think of the movie, Kyle?
Boy, it sure would have been better if fucking didn't have that whole fucking shit with Millie Bob Ray, whatever her fucking name is. Her bitch boy
Child.
Asian friend, and Black Alex Jones, fucking
Alex Jones?
doing all their shitty humor and shitty conversations and shitty dialogue. That was all fucking hot garbage.
Yeah, that side plot was... So, like, okay, so I read some... Because we waited, like, a week before we watched it, so I inevitably came across reviews. And, like, one of the reviews I read was like there's like less humans in this than like other movies have been. They're like, but at least it feels like the humans actually influence what's happening. And I was like, really? Because I feel like
other than dunking fucking vodka or whatever on a fucking computer,
Yeah,
they don't really do shit.
yeah. So like I feel like you could have taken out that whole side plot, and the movie would still be the same. I feel like the other side, obviously the other humans that are transporting Kong, like that feels, I guess, like significant the way the story's written. But yeah, no, I agree with Kyle. Fuck that side plot. That fucking B plot meant nothing.
Yeah. I feel bad for any Western director that has to do a kaiju movie though, because they're always going to be stuck in the middle between a group of people that are like, oh no, these should be deep artistic movies where we understand the kaiju as a relatable character and we can see into the inner workings of their psyche, which is dumb and objectively the wrong answer. And then they're going to be stuck between the right people that are like, nah, fuck you, big monster, fight, brain go brrr, which is the objectively right answer.
Robot go
Robot go brrr.
Battle spine go scrat.
2 + 2 is 4 minus 1. That's 3 quick maths.
But yeah, like I went into this like I watched Kong Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters before watching this because those are the two that I hadn't seen. And despite the fact that Kong definitely objectively loses in this movie, I think he still takes the W for having better movies, because goddamn King of the Monsters has too much of that boring ass human shit. The fights are fine, but that's like, it feels like it's only like 20% of the movie, and the other 80% is some fucking dumb bullshit I don't fucking give a shit about. This movie, met in the middle, still had too much dumb fucking bullshit I didn't give a shit about, but pseudo balanced out by having good monster punch go brr.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not that terribly big into kaiju. I have never seen a King Kong movie before, except for Skull Island. Not even the Peter Jackson one. Because I heard that movie was long, and like, fucking, however old I was,
So
probably
did you like
14-year-old.
Skull Island?
Yeah, I really liked Skull Island.
All right, so imagine Skull Island, but without the fights.
Oh, gross.
Yeah,
not good.
Peter Jackson's King Kong is I like it. I like it a bunch. But that's also because it is straight up a remake of the original King Kong movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know. From that point of view, I fucking love it. But I do get why a lot of people do not.
Yeah. Also, I imagine that I also happened to watch a very quick review of Kong.
Sorry.
Kong versus Godzilla. Fucking cat. And they went over how like Kong very much actually feels like a character, whereas Godzilla's kind of always just been a force of nature. They definitely play that up in that movie, and I definitely think that also exists in the previous movie. That's kind of just how King Kong is. He has more around him to be an actual character, whereas Godzilla's always just kind of been like, I'm a big fucking lizard, get the fuck out of my way, stupid monsters.
So funny thing.
And that's...
So funny thing about that. I'm happy you brought that up because I was really hoping to talk about it. But according to the director, that's one of Toho's requirements. Godzilla cannot emote. Godzilla is not allowed to emote in the movies. They can't make him seem like a character, which is why King Kong gets all of the emotional narrative in this movie, and why Godzilla's movies are always just like he's a force of nature, like you said, because that's Toho's thing, is he can't be like a character. He cannot emote. He cannot seem like he's
human.
Yeah, or contemplating shit or something. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't have a whole huge backstory with kaiju in general, but because this is like a mandatory question in nerdom society, like you always gotta have like, it's like whenever somebody asks you what your favorite sports team is, and you're like, oh, I'm a huge fucking nerd, I don't know what the fuck sports ball is. And then they're still going to incessantly ask you, well, you gotta have a sports team. Everybody has a sports team.
My sports team is Dallas Cowboys for football.
I didn't fucking ask.
It's a toss-up between
the
Mavericks and the
Why are you
Cavaliers
interrupting me? I just
NBA.
want to talk about space monsters.
You talked about
no, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you.
I'm like, I'm a nerd and I like sports ball.
I don't care. I didn't ask you. Stop interrupting me. I just want to talk about space lizards, god damn it. Anyway, having a favorite kaiju is, I felt like I've been exposed to groups where that feels similar. So I just arbitrarily picked Mechagodzilla because he's a robot and that's cool. And so I was really excited that Mechagodzilla was definitely in this movie and he was the big bad of the movie. And I was like, yeah, Mechagodzilla, brr, brain go brr. Feels bad for all of the minority characters that got fucking murked for no goddamn reason. Because
minorities are bad.
Yeah. Like, I was actually, like, somewhat interested on what the pilot for Mechagodzilla's deal was, because he had the same last name as Let Them Fight. So I was like, oh, cool, they're gonna...
Let Them Fight Watanabe?
Yeah, they were gonna have, like, some sort of connect... Nope, his brain go brr, can't handle Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, that was, there's a lot of stuff here that... Okay, so, like, if my ideal version of this movie cuts out entirely fucking the Millie Bobby Brown side shit, and if that screen time has to go to people, it would go to the fucking evil dudes. Like, I want them to talk about how fucking cool they are for making a fucking cockpit out of a fucking skull. I want them to fucking react to the fuck that, like, King Ghidorah took control of Mechagodzilla and just said, fuck this guy, and just did it. Because that happens. That fucking happens, and, like, nobody reacts. Nobody says anything. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, and then, like, the fact that, like, the Hispanic woman that's with the Kong transport team, she's the daughter of the evil dude who's, you know, the Ghidorah cockpit. Like, they mentioned that, like, in a line, but I feel like it would be the same movie if you took that line out. Like, if you're gonna bring that up, fucking explore that a little bit or something. I don't know. I feel like they had better B-plots to focus on than Millie Bobby Brown and fucking discount Idris Elba. Like, I don't know. But Mechagodzilla had a drill tail.
Yeah.
Godzilla had a drill tail. He had shoulder cannons. Oh my god, he has.
Oh yeah, he had all the rockets. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He didn't have a rocket punch, but he did have a fucking rocket propel 2-punch.
I was also expecting like finger and missiles too.
He's missing his laser beam eyes too. But
yeah, laser mount.
What I'm really kind of surprised about is that nobody, not a single fucking person, returned from Kong Skull Island, which I get because it takes place in the 70s and this one takes place in 2020, so it's like 50 years have passed, but like not a single one of them get name dropped or anything. At least I didn't catch it, so that was kind of surprising.
Yeah, like even like a shout out, like oh yeah, based on like this character's notes from the 70s.
Yeah.
Something, right? Like, hey, we found the dog tags to this British motherfucker who was here for some reason.
Yeah. Not even a cut to like some old man in a retirement home watching the fight on TV, and old man John C. Reilly going, "Oh, my time has come," and him digging out his fucking samurai sword. Not even that.
God damn
it. I want more samurai John C. Reilly. God damn it. That Kong Skull Island put that idea in my head, and now it will live there rent free.
Now I just want like a Godzilla movie with with Seth Rogen with a claymore. Just look at that.
He just shows up in Scottish attire, and when they're like, "Oh wow, you're really connected with your Scottish heritage," he's like, "What? No, I'm originally from Wales. I just really like Scottish culture." Our powers.
One of these days, I'll perfect my Seth Rogen laugh, and then all of you will hate me even more.
I don't hate you. I just love you less. Which could be worse.
But anyway, that's really all I had to say about the movie. I don't have anything else to contribute. Is this the end of the spoiler cast then, or?
No, I was gonna ask Jeff a question.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're more up on your King Ghidorah lore than I am.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna dip then.
All right.
Okay.
Adios.
Bye, Kai.
Just
Send me
returning,
the files when you're done.
returning to
All right, Kai.
a different world.
Yeah, I'm going back to my other world. Bye.
Bye, Kai.
I was gonna ask something about King Ghidorah. Does that feel like that's in line with, I guess, quote unquote, the previous lore? That like King Ghidorah's death skull would like take over a robot.
Yeah, because King Ghidorah has a sonic link with its other heads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing with Mechagodzilla was that it was it was actually the first Mechagodzilla was supposed to be the first Godzilla that died.
Uh-huh.
And when Godzilla 2.0 came out and stuff fought Mechagodzilla kind of just possessed. It's been a while since I've seen like any of the Godzilla movies, mind you. But he's like the soul, the spirit, because it's it's a Japanese movie. The spirit of the old Godzilla kind of repossessed Mechagodzilla and stuff, and just kind of, I think he either killed himself or he just fought Godzilla because that's what Godzilla do. But yeah, it is in line with what King Ghidorah does and stuff. But that's why I was kind of surprised with them using King Ghidorah. Like I was assuming that because the whole Hollow Earth stuff or whatever, like they were gonna use like a Godzilla skeleton or whatever, or Apex already found Hollow Earth and they used a Godzilla skeleton that they found in there or whatever. And that's what I kind of figured, but it did seem like that.
Oh, so you're talking about the Mechagodzilla from 2000.
Either Mechagodzilla from 2000 or like
no, that's the one. Sorry, because I was really interested because like what you were saying was like sounded really fucking cool. So I started like reading up on it a little bit. There were two Mechagodzillas before that one. But yours that third one sounds fucking rad though.
I think that one's named Kiryu.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Yeah, he's also in the Yakuza.
But yeah, for the most part, King Ghidorah do what King Ghidorah do because you can't tame King Ghidorah. He's my favorite. He's my favorite kaiju.
Nice. Oh, so apparently
in the Godzilla.
Yeah. So apparently the second Mechagodzilla is closer to like the iteration that we saw in this one, because he's made from the remains of Mecha King Ghidorah.
Okay.
Neat.
Okay.
Learned today.
Learn something new.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was like, if they wanted to, I feel like if they wanted to, in regards to future MonsterVerse and stuff like that, if they wanted to leave a little cliffhanger, they should have added like a Mothra egg, because Mothra does resurrect in the overall like the old movies and whatnot. Like Mothra gets murked, and Mothra will be resurrected. You cannot kill Mothra. Mothra will always come back.
Yeah.
But it seemed. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I just accidentally burped.
I'm like, no worries. It seemed like this is probably going to be until we hear anything more stuff from Toho and Legendary, or whatever it's called. Legendary, is it?
Yeah, Legendary Studios. Yeah.
Yeah. If we hear anything more from Legendary or Toho with their collaboration, it seems like kind of the last movie until they come up with something like that, because their contract, like I was talking to you, the contract ended last year for Legendary to work on any more Godzilla movies.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm hoping they would renew and they kind of keep this going. I don't know. The movies have gotten better.
Yeah.
It granted, like that first Godzilla was not. I don't know. It's not a
It's
good Godzilla
it's
movie, but it is a good movie. Or am I thinking about the opposite? I don't know. Uh, Point is like the Godzilla shit in that movie was cool. I just wish there was like a lot more of it.
yeah.
And in each of the subsequent movies, they got that better, right?
Right.
Um, so I don't know. I would kind of hope that like if we see more movies, we get more monsters. Like we got Rodan, who's fucking rad. We got
Yeah.
Mothra. I would like to see the Destroyer.
Destroya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Destroyer.
Um. Well, like here's the thing. Like they could stop with with the Godzilla stuff, but they continue with Kong. You know.
Yeah, but Kong doesn't
Because
have like the super like the big storied like background that like Godzilla has. So like
yeah.
most of the villains I feel would either have to be borrowed from somewhere else or they would have to be like original. And I didn't really like the Mutos from that first Godzilla movie. So like
Right.
I don't have all that confidence in their original monsters, which I mean, I'm just a dude in his fucking room, right? So I don't know. I don't know that I could design a better monster than a Muto, but um, I probably can't design a monster worse than a Muto, so there's that. Um,
yeah.
so like I don't know. It'd be cool to see what they do with King Kong, but like I don't have the greatest confidence with him. I feel like there's a reason we got one Kong movie and two Godzillas before we got a crossover.
Yeah. I guess it really just depends on what they want to do, or if they're able to like. I guess depending on how much money this movie makes, it'll see if if Legendary wants to play more ball with Toho and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um,
Which it'll be curious to see how they count how much money this movie made, considering it has been released during hopefully the tail end of a pandemic, and was also
yeah,
released kind of free of charge with a subscription to a streaming service.
yeah. Like it's just really gotta wait and see because I don't know how streaming service like payment goes in regards to like giving money to the studios and whatnot. But for the most part, in regards to the future, if they decide to go continue more with Godzilla, um, there's a lot of monsters they could put up. You know, if not, maybe they could see if they could have monsters from Godzilla to be in King Kong. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but as of now, like um, from in my point of view for the movie, it doesn't seem like they have any sort of like way to leave. It didn't seem the ending didn't seem open ended. You know, like it didn't seem like it would like hey, so we could always like do like do more movies or whatnot. You know.
I don't know. I feel that it was left open ended enough. I don't feel like they did anything that felt like they definitively said, "Yeah, we're not making more of these," or like we can't make more of these. Like Godzilla's still around, King Kong's still around. He's in his underground area, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get that vibe. I felt like if anything, they felt like they couldn't, especially because after what you told me about the rights being done with it, it
Yeah.
kind of felt like they were like, well, we told the story we wanted to tell, which was this crossover thing. Um,
Right.
so like, hey, maybe we'll if they make another one, they can still branch off of it. But like, if they don't, it doesn't feel like we got ripped off. I guess.
Yeah. Like right now, like because I'm looking for like future for Godzilla and whatnot. After this, like,
Mhm.
um, right now, just Shin Godzilla and then the Godzilla animes and stuff like that are the only things that like really pop up. But looks like the most recent thing with Godzilla is a anime that just came out like 2 days ago, apparently on Netflix.
Oh what?
Yeah,
Is it one of the? Is it like another entry in like those animated ones?
Oh,
They've
well,
those.
yeah.
movies? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
yeah. It's made by Studio Bones, or Studio Bones helped out, so might be fun to watch. Oh, actually, no, correction. It appeared on March 25th. So what, last week?
Yeah.
Around?
Oh, okay, that
Yeah.
makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I have nothing else to really talk about in regards to the movie.
What about you, Knuckle Bomber? I feel like Jeff and I have been dominating the conversation.
Well, you guys are more of the Godzilla King Kong like kaiju fans.
Mhm.
I'm just very passive about it. Very
That's
casual
fair.
about it. So I've seen some of the movies, but not quite as many as you guys have. So I saw what was it, Kong Skull Island, the King of the Monsters one, and the most recent one, and then anything else was probably like, what was it, like Godzilla 2000? Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
The Matthew Broderick one.
I think so.
No,
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 that
that's
one.
not-
Oh, thank
Not
God.
that one.
Let's see.
Godzilla 2000 was obviously came out in 2000. It was, and I think the Matthew Broderick one came out in like 1997, 8, 9.
Okay, so
I
not
think
okay, so
one of
not
those
that
years.
one. I'm not thinking of that one.
Yeah. Because I remember I watched that one in the drive-in theaters down West Valley.
Mm. Oh man, I hope they make another Godzilla movie, and it's Godzilla versus Zilla, and it's like a half-hour long movie, and it just beats the shit of him.
Did you have you
Yes,
seen, heard
yeah.
of like the Destroy All Monsters thing?
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. Where it's a fight scene that lasts less than like a minute long.
Yeah.
I also did see the Peter Jackson King Kong, and I think I want to say one of the Mothra movies, but other than that, I haven't seen any of the other ones. Like same thing with Pacific Rim. I didn't watch that.
You should. The first one I think is worth
Yeah.
watching.
First one's worth watching. The second one, if you
Yeah.
want to, I guess.
Let's see. The Godzilla that I saw was the one that came out in 1998. Let's see.
Oh, is that the freaking what's the face Ferris Bueller one?
I think so.
The American
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, the
Guess
American
that's the
one.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Matthew Broderick
The
one.
first
Yeah, yeah.
American
Oh,
one.
you saw the gross one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, the movie sucked. The anime series wasn't so bad.
The music video is a goddamn masterpiece.
The P Diddy one.
Yes. It's oh my god, I love it 'cause it's so bad.
Well, I also remember all the promos with the Yoketo Taco Bell dog and stuff with Godzilla.
Oh my god, I forgot about those.
You forgot about the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
Yes.
Chihuahua.
Oh, he's gone. He's dead.
Yeah, yeah, we've lost him.
I'm
lost some
looking
voice.
for that fucking P Diddy Godzilla music video.
All right.
'Cause Barkus needs to see it.
Oh yeah, I recommend it, Marcus. It's
Oh,
actually
dude, I
really
even
fucking
found
epic.
the uncensored version of the song. Hell yeah.
Oh shit. But as of now, I think that does it for us for the Spoilercast, everybody.
My god, I can't get over the fact that fucking P Diddy bastardized Kashmir from Led Zeppelin for a fucking tie-in song for a Godzilla movie with Matthew Broderick from The Lion King. Jesus fuck.
Our movie do musicians still make music for for movies specifically?
Yeah, remember when Serj Tankian did a cover of Godzilla for the fucking King of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Monsters?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Eminem did a song for Venom.
Yeah. You remember when fucking Led Zeppelin recorded the Immigrant Song for Thor 30 years in the past?
It's like he knew. It's like he knew. He was on top of that shit.
Fucking dude.
Oh, I did want to see. I did want to watch Shin Godzilla though.
Oh, dude, fucking sick. Let's go.
I heard that one was really good.
Dude, oh my god, the fucking Godzilla in that is fucking. He's menacing.
Fuck up.
He's menacing. He's brutal. Like, but it's different than like this Godzilla. It's like it's just a different vibe. I fucking.
I think it was you that was telling me about Shin Godzilla.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
were
And I
showing
was
me
telling
that.
you about how instead of like, I mean, he has like the laser breath, but he has like this fucking
it's-
attack where like he just spits out like a bunch of smoke, like he's throwing up smoke all over the city, and then like it gets more intense and it turns into like a into fire, and then everywhere that's been covered in the smoke, all of a sudden lights on fire, and it's a lot of it. It's fucking
Oh,
so good.
there we go. And so I've seen bits and pieces of like different Godzillas as well. Like as they were playing on TV. Like
Right.
let's see, I saw a quarter of like the Terror of Mechagodzilla, and then I think I saw the second half of Son of Godzilla.
Have you seen because I seen Kong versus I think it's Kong versus Mecha Kong.
Oh, Mechanic Kong.
Mechanic Kong, yes, Mechanic Kong.
I only know I only remember that very specifically because it's a fucking stupid name.
Yeah, the fucking monkey looks stupid as fuck.
Does.
The ape looks dumb as fuck.
Bonker.
Monkey, monkey. But like, shit. What was I gonna say? Oh fuck. But yeah, like, well, fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh my god, I lost myself.
I don't know. We were talking about Mecha Kong.
Mecha Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's like going through what Marcus was talking about. Just like watch, like seeing clips and pieces of Godzilla movies and some of that. That's how I saw the Mechanic Kong and whatnot. That's how I saw like Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Don't watch Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. It's not a good one.
This actually does remind me that I kind of wanna buy the Criterion collection of the
Of the show era.
the
right?
Showa era Godzilla movies, which I think that's the era that has like the most amount of them.
Yeah, because I think it was not even. It was like less than a year where Godzilla fought. Where it was like where they released Godzilla versus Anguirus. I want to say like the first monster versus monster fight of Godzilla.
Let me see. Let me go to the Gojipedia.
Ooh. Gojipedia. Wikizilla.
Yeah, so the Showa stuff is Godzilla raids again, and then Rodan, and again. Who's the fucking villain?
Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Have you guys seen the Godzilla dropkick?
What?
Have you guys seen the Godzilla dropkick?
No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, but you're right. Godzilla raids
Okay.
again does have Anguirus.
Anguirus.
Yeah, and then he
All
fights Rodan
Here, I put
after that.
It's on the general chat.
Oh,
He's fighting,
this thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
You just had to post that Puff Daddy Come With Me Godzilla thing, didn't you?
I fucking did. I live with that knowledge. You do too.
This is something that I had like blocked out of my memory a long time ago. Thanks for you reminded me that this exists.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
Well, he's just like doing his thing, and like he's in an elevator that's just like flying down a whole bunch of floors. He's like, this don't affect me at all. Look at my tank top, dog. Just
Is that it for the podcast, though, guys?
yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Godzilla. I enjoyed the movie. I'd recommend other people watch it. Just take it as a movie. But yeah, good shit. Monster fights.
All right.
We're all for it.
Monster fight.
Monster fight.
Yeah. Monster fight.
Monster Hunter.
Ooh, let's play some Monster Hunter.
Hell yeah, let's play some Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
We can make our
All
own
right, but before
kaiju
we leave-
fights.
Yeah, exactly. Let them fight.
Make them fight.
Anything you guys want to? Any plugs you guys want to do in regards to our podcast or slash things? Not, anything you want? Any plugs you guys want to do slash things looking forward for the week?
I don't got anything.
I don't have anything because everything's being edited right now.
I gotta go pee in a cup.
Okay.
Go get a job.
But
All right.
but in the future, we have some Monster Hunter stuff coming.
Oh, I guess keep a lookout for the Legend of Dragoon stuff that me and Kyle were working on. Give us some feedback. Let us know how it is.
Also, remember that we are doing a little mini podcast with us three, and remember to also check out PK, which is on Webtoons, and also check out my Battle Network. By looking back on Mega Man Battle Network, I like I said, just give me feedback. It's like I said, it's my first time trying, so any sort of criticism is welcomed, as long as it's constructive criticism. All right, but is that it for us, guys?
Yeah, I'm surprised that Jaguar counts as a fucking kaiju.
Yeah, you guys keep talking about him. I'm still like, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so if you look at that fucking dropkick scene, Jaguar is the one holding the other monster that gets dropkicked. He just kind of looks like, and I feel bad saying this, but he kind of just looks like, I don't know, like TJ Maxx version of fucking Ultraman.
Well, I think he was Jet Jaguar.
Oh my god, that the epic dropkick, dude. That was so sick.
Yeah, it was just like a contest that people made and stuff like that. And they wanted to like do a kind of a thing because like during the time that Jet Jaguar would come out, like the tokusatsu shit was spiking up, like Kamen Rider and fucking Super Sentai and shit. Yeah. So they wanted like a kind of like a super robot anime hero to be part of that stuff.
Yeah. Do you think the cinematic universe is just gonna culminate to like Jet Jaguar fighting fucking Shin Ultraman?
Jet Jaguar fighting Shin Ultraman? I mean, fuck it, why not? Right?
Oh my god, I hope they just call it Shin Jaguar.
Shin Jaguar. Shin Jaguar.
Shin Jet Jaguar does not flow
Shin Jet Jaguar
that well.
Shin Jet Jaguar. All right. Okay, so I think that's it for this podcast, guys. All right. I'm your Chili Hero. Who are you guys?
It's your boy Steamboat Taco.
And I'm Knuckle Bomber or Marcus.
And East Kyle was here, but he went back. See you guys next
done
time.
with our bullshit.
Bye.
Done with our bullshit podcast.